My obsessive brother keeps trying to copy me, so I lied and said I was gay. When I was younger, I used to do everything with my brother. We wore our hair the same way, liked the same idols, and tried to match our clothes. We were always known for being very close in the family. However, as we grew up, he always tried to outdo me and would say how much better he was than me, which I found strange. I always let it slide because my mom said we were in a better situation than he was, and I really just wanted to spend time with my brother. But in the end, it was never enough. Last year, I proposed to my fiancée, and I was ecstatic and told my family. I also told my brother and his girlfriend when they came over for Thanksgiving. He seemed upset that I had told him, but left before I could ask why. I ignored it, thinking he was just having a bad day. However, 3 weeks later, I found out that my brother was getting married and trying to plan the wedding as quickly as possible. I thought it was just a coincidence that we both got engaged around the same time and was really happy for him. Eventually, he gave up trying to rush the wedding, and I didn't hear from him for a while. Recently, my mom told me the date my brother wanted to get married. The date was exactly the same day my fiancé and I had chosen. I was upset and asked why he was acting so strangely about the wedding and choosing the same date as me. He just responded by saying it was just a coincidence and that I should stop being annoying. After hearing that, I was surprised and offended. Did he really think I was jealous? I tried to tell my family how strange and unfair it was that he got engaged and wanted to get married on the same day as me. Everyone told me I was overreacting. I was so upset that no one believed me that I decided to take matters into my own hands and try to catch him in the act. So I told my brother that I was gay just to see what he would do. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, he gathered our parents and also announced that he was gay. I tried to tell my mom what had happened and how suspicious it was, but they still didn't believe me. In the end, I wanted to prove my point and would do anything to make sure they knew I was right and to get back at my brother. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more. Part 2. My obsessive brother keeps trying to copy me, so I lied and said I was gay. I found out through my mom that my brother came out as gay and canceled his wedding. My parents were mad at him because they spent over $15,000 on his wedding, and then suddenly he told them he was gay. I talked to them and asked if they could see that his behavior was obsessive, but they still didn't believe me. To prove they were wrong, I told my whole family and my brother that I had lied about being gay to see his reaction. His fiancée kept ignoring him, and he kept calling and messaging her all day. I said various things to provoke a reaction. I made an Amazon wish list with items for my wedding and other unnecessary things, and I kept saying how much I needed those items to provoke him. At first, he was completely outraged with me, and all I responded was that it was okay if he was gay, that I would still love him as a brother, just to provoke a reaction from him. After the call, he started defaming me online, creating several rumors about me. The next day, my brother called me, furious, saying I had ruined his and his fiancée's lives. He was puzzled and asked why I did that to him. At that moment, I told him it was all a joke. I said I felt sorry for his fiancée, and that he shouldn't have been obsessive with me since I knew he couldn't have his wedding again. I also said I should have told him earlier that it was a joke. He tried to say that I deceived him and was being cruel, but then I asked how it mattered since he was gay, and he hung up on me. I talked to my mom, and she told me that my brother admitted to pretending to be gay, and now his partner is demanding a divorce because of it. My mom had to tell the whole family that it was a lie, and most of them told me that even though I was right, it was still a bad thing to do. The only thing I responded was, how is it fair that he can lie and take important things from me? But I do one thing just to prove his obsession, and I'm wrong. And that seemed to shut them up quickly. Now that this issue is resolved with everyone knowing how fake he was, my fiancé and I can focus on how our dream wedding will be, and no one will ever try to take that away from me again. My brother never spoke to me again and blocked me on all social media. I confess that I feel a little sorry for my brother. This would never have gotten out of control if he hadn't tried to copy me and everything.